Hello, my food lovers. Welcome to my Creative Cooking for Healthy Living YouTube channel. This is Chef Samira, and I am going to show you today how to make my mother's red lentil soup. And for that, we need the red lentils. There's about 2 cups there, olive oil, cumin, 4 cubes of chicken or vegetable broth, or if you have the broth, you need 8 cups. We need 8 cups of water, so I'll mix this with 8 cups of water. A big large onion, coarsely chopped, and then we need salt and pepper. Now that's what my mother used to make. I sort of spiked it by adding the garlic shrimp. Now if you have allergy to seashells or you can't eat shrimp, then you can have chicken breast. And then we're gonna need some parsley, we're gonna need bay leaf, 6 cloves of garlic, and we're gonna need either a red hot chili pepper, or I make my own hot sauce. So I just put this is about a tablespoon, and we need 1/3 cup of olive oil. So these are all the ingredients we need for today's cooking class. So let's start. Okay, we're gonna make the soup. I coarsely chopped the onions, as you see. Now, the order you put it in the pot, it really does not matter. So I put the oil, and that's about 1/4 cup of olive oil. Put the onions. We're gonna put the lentils. There, 2 cups of lentils. And then we're gonna put 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Vegetables cubes that I showed you, dump it there. Because I'm gonna put 8 cups of water, there is a little salt in the cubes, but because it's not that many, I may need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna need 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Now, to this mixture, I'm just going to add 8 cups of water, or if you are using the chicken or vegetable broth, you could just add 8 cups. So because I'm putting the cubes, this is 2 cups, and now I'm gonna add 6 more cups and put it in the stove, bring it to a boil. Then I will reduce the heat to medium and cover it and let it cook. Now the soup is done, and as you see, it's really creamy because the lentils have like almost disintegrated. They're really very mushy. And the onions also, they wilted. See how it's getting like it's translucent. So it's done. Took about 25 minutes. And then we're gonna leave it out, take it off the stove, and then I'm not gonna cover it. I'm gonna let it cool uncovered until it's cool enough for me to put it in the blender. Okay? We're gonna make the garlic shrimp now. But before I start, my shrimp is very large. That's what I had in my freezer, so I'm using it. It's better if you use smaller shrimp because then you can put the whole shrimp. Mine are too large. I'm gonna cut it in half lengthwise like that. Okay, when I cook it, it's gonna curl up. It'll be nice to add to the soup. Okay, I'm done cutting the shrimp. So what I'm gonna do in the pan, I'm gonna heat the 1/3 cup of olive oil. I'm using the extra virgin olive oil, and I'm gonna add the garlic and saute it a little bit, along with 2 bay leaves and the tablespoon of my hot pepper, or you can have a tablespoon of the red crushed pepper. And then I'll add the 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then I'll add the shrimp. And when it's opaque color, when it's really, sort of like, okay, it's cooked, I will take it off the stove, add the parsley and mix it well. Then you can leave it in the pan and you can reheat it again. It's absolutely delicious. And then of course you could, when you serve it, leave the bay leaf, but of course you don't eat the bay leaf, okay? Okay, the soup is cooked. After I put it in the blender, I am going to put it back in the pot so I can heat it. It has to be really nice and warm. I'm gonna put it in small quantities in my blender, because if you fill up the blender with the very hot soup, it's gonna flood all over the place, especially if it's really hot. Okay, everything is done. It's very creamy. The color is just incredible. Those red lentils, they are delicious. So you just want to make it warm enough or hot enough to serve. All right, now I'm going to show you how to serve the soup. Now, if you're serving the soup by itself without the garlic shrimp, that's okay. You just bring it to the plate and chop some either parsley or cilantro, whatever you prefer, and chop and just sprinkle some on top of it. Okay, I'm gonna have 2 ladles here per person. It's more than enough. And then I'm gonna take the shrimp, like about 3 or 4 per person is more than enough. You just put it like this, and 2 shrimps, and then a little bit of that oil like this makes it look really nice. Okay, we got our soup now in the plates and we're ready to eat, so bon appetit.